Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tabletop Dorks, the TTRPG channel of BP Fun. I am Voices, here to dungeon master this merry band of misfits in our brand new campaign, Allandia. This is campaign one of hopefully many, but we'll see, because we are getting old. We're going to start off with intros. Zeus, you go right on ahead with your pretty self.
Freaking gorgeous. I am Captain Zeus here, and I'm playing Z-Man, the amazing squashbuckling, and I know I'm saying it wrong. Don't come at me. Squashbuckling former pirate who has terrible roles, terrible luck with women, but has a positive outlook on life.
It's now canon that your character was a squash player in high school, and that's also why he was bullied.
The thing is,
That's
I
why
didn't
you
go
said
to school.
squashbuckler.
I got bullied out of school.
Because you were a squash player.
You know what? Squash playing's so good down in the South. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta do something for entertainment.
Next up, Moonshot.
Hey, I'm Moonshot. I play Millie. She's just a southern gal with a little bit of sass and probably prefers pickleball over squash, to be honest.
No.
I knew there was something about you.
Guys, I don't want to build a mechanic for these games, man. Oh my god. Alright, Spoon.
Well, I'm Spoonier. I'll be playing Thowin Fireclaw, the large hermit who, well, he's not the brightest, but he sure does have a lot of strength, so I got that going for me.
Good. Maven.
I'm Maven Challenger. I play Drat, a cleric who's just trying to see the world. Nothing really special.
And last but not least, Sloth.
And this is Chemistry Sloth. I play as Rin Algon, just a tiny red gnome, just trying to find his way in this world.
Solid. Alright, so we will get right into the campaign. Last we left off, our fantastic little party here had gotten themselves involved in the Bloodied Circle, which is a fighting ring that was in a pocket dimension portion of the Moonlit Vine. They were all invited by a couple of different individuals, one of them being Rice and Leora. They invited the by sea crew, and the other was invited by the Silver Phantom, the Allurus Silver Phantom. So we're just gonna hop right into it because last we left off, there was a fan favorite that had just shown up. A certain individual had joined into the ring, and you guys all heard her talk. So we're going to have a fight between Morna and this other individual called Manifest Destiny. So let's go around and get all of our duckies in order with the betting. Let's see.
How much can we roll, or not roll? How much can we bet minimum? I think it was 5.
5 gold.
Yeah, I think 5 is the min. 5 is the min that we
Yeah.
can bet right now.
All right.
And so when you guys look out, everyone knows what Morna looks like. She's a rough-looking. Oh man, was she a half-orc or was she a Goliath?
Oh gosh, I don't remember.
Hold on.
She is.
Hold. Do you have it in your notes? I have her down as half-orc. I don't think that's right.
I don't even think we addressed
I
that,
think
if
she
I'm
was
being
just
honest.
I think, honestly, probably not. So,
I don't have
she was
that
a half-orc.
detail,
That's
yeah.
going to make it even better.
Half-orc
She
it
was
is.
just a big old beefy half-orc that just talked exactly like this. So she stands on the far side holding a severely large great sword, and there are 2 hand axes tucked onto her back, and she is in her normal barkeep clothes. That is it. She did not dress up for the occasion whatsoever. And across the line you have Manifest Destiny, who is a much smaller, it's a gnome, and she's kind of like painted in it looks like charcoal. Like she almost just looks like someone threw her into a chimney and then she just fall back out. and she has 2 little daggers that are in both of her hands. So we're gonna swing around here and take anybody's bets that we can. We'll start with Rin first off. What do you want to bet, and who do you want to bet on? At this point, who would be the under? Manifest would be the under. Morna is the over on it.
I'm gonna put 25 on Manifest.
Okay, 25 mana. All right, and Millie, for you, ma'am.
I'm gonna put 10 on Morna.
All right, 10.
My girl
Morna.
Morna.
Okay,
My girl.
and
That's my girl right there.
just real quick here, Drat, what do we got for you?
50 gold on Lorena.
All right, so 50 on Morna.
Wait, is that who you meant on Morna?
Yep. Yeah, it's the Rainer. So she's the reigning champion.
The Rainer. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, of course she is. She's Morna.
Of course.
Zimmy boy. Oh, wait a second. Rin, you don't know what's going on. You're in the champions.
yeah,
champions
that's
Oh
right.
hall.
yeah.
So you're just chilling.
Oh,
You're
I
just
forgot
like,
you won.
You're eating
Never
some
mind.
nice soup. This is probably the best soup you've ever tasted. Like,
Dog.
it's a combination. It kind of actually reminds you a little bit of home. It's kind of weird and like magically strange how much this reminds you of home. Like kicking back in the middle of nowhere with a nice pot sitting over top of a campfire and just eating some soup. That's what it reminds you of. All right, so Rin, that's where you're at. Zimmy, what do you want to do, Mr. Loser?
Okay. I have 5 gold left, and I'm putting that on Morna. I did not have a lot of money, so
Bet it a lot too.
I actually didn't. I only had like 15 gold, 10 or 15 gold. Like,
Yeah, some people got paid to make their way here. We just barely survived.
So Corvin is the guy that like kind of walks across, and he's the one that's collecting all of these. He's the one with the red hand, the kind of like weird guy that like opens up the book, you throw your cash in.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so when he got to use Zemet, he was like, well, if this is all you have, there is another option you can do.
oh God.
Kind of double take a little bit. Is like, what kind of an option are we talking about?
Well, you can simply place yourself as a bet.
Oh, we're talking about slavery.
No. It's essentially that if you do lose, then you now have to continue to fight. And you don't get prize from it. But if you live, then you live.
I'm pretty sure the minimum is 5. This is the last 5 I have. I'm trying to bet this. Trying to bet this on Morna over there.
You see him like stick his nose up at you and be like, very well. But once you're out of money, you need to go sit in the far back. That's where we put the poor. And next
Okay.
up is Thal. What do you want to do, bud?
Jeez,
Since I am still up, I'll put 10 on Morna.
10. Morna. Okay.
right in my
All
face.
right.
That guy.
Okay, let's see here. Morna gets my obsidian dice.
Let's go.
And, I'll do... Well, you know what? It almost makes sense that the obsidian dice goes to the chick that's all dressed in charcoal.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
I'm
Morna.
gonna do that.
Come on.
I'm gonna do that. I think Morna is gonna get the FUF me dice. That's what
That seems appropriate.
Okay, yeah, that seems
is a
great.
better option there. So, all right. We gotta see who starts. Definitely. Well, I mean, a 3 and a 1. Well, a 3 and an F me. Okay.
Big roll, big roll.
All right. So it's gonna be Manifest actually that starts. Oh.
Win me some money.
So right off the bat, you see Morna like hop down. She kind of like jumps down, and the weight of everything that she's got on kind of seems like she's like dusting it off a little bit. Like it's been a little while since she's been in this type of combat. So she kind of like trips a little bit because of the weight. And you see her like hold down the greatsword. She picks it back up though. Manifest though, I mean, it's like a little black boulder rolling on the ground. Like she hops down and it's like you see it looks like a ball of charcoal that's like rolling at her. She jumps up and with like one swipe she comes across, nails Morna across the shin, and then the other swipe hits Morna right on the elbow. Not deep enough to do anything that's like shifting the fates of battle, but it's definitely enough to make Morna really upset that she just got slapped by a piece of charcoal. So let's see here.
I would also
I got a
be
cramp
upset
in my
about that.
foot. Oh, I got a cramp in my foot.
Relatable.
Son of a nut.
Ooh.
Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, get that
Walk it
cramp
off.
out.
Oh my
Knock it
gosh.
off.
Okay. Wow, that was so dumb. Okay.
What a way to start this episode off, huh?
It's cocked. Okay. You see like Morna get up and she like picks up her greatsword, puts like one fallback swing and then slams it down. And right as she does, Manifest jumps just out of the way and it slides down and she does like almost puts her daggers together as like scissors and just snaps real quick. Doesn't cut through her hand, but it's definitely shifted her wrist quite a bit.
Oh, no.
However, right as she does that, her hand that did not get sliced, she grabs a hand axe and slices across, completely hitting Manifest's knee and completely putting her onto her side. Like her knee is busted. She's now just chilling.
Can Millie start chants for Morna in the crowd?
Morna,
sure.
Morna.
Yeah,
Morna, Morna, Morna.
And so right as you see the chant starting, Morna kind of looks around and that grizzled grin starts to appear on her smile. She looks over and sees the small figure of Millie and gives a
She's
quick little
standing on her
wink.
chair. She's standing on her chair, like.
And gives a quick little wink. And as she does, she turns her back to Manifest.
Oh, no.
grabs the handle of her greatsword, pulls it out, and swings around and completely slams the greatsword into Manifest and shoves her into the ground, pretty much splitting her smack in half.
Oh, my gosh.
And Morna is the champion of
yes!
that one.
Morna.
Holy moly.
So it's
Morna.
1 to 3 odds, correct? That's what we did?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Okay. So Drat, you have 150 gold from that, you psycho.
Jeez, man.
Hal, you get 30. Zim,
Wow.
you have 15 now.
Let's
Millie,
go.
you have 10. I mean, no, you have 30 now. Sorry.
Mhm. Yep.
Dear God.
Hey, you know
So
what?
busted.
Never
So
bet
busted.
against Morna. That's what I learned
Yeah.
here.
The funny
So
thing is,
busted.
I'm not betting on anything that I think. I just roll a die and just bet what the die tells me
The
to.
dice
That
are
is
in your
so
favor. It's
wild.
wild.
My gosh. It's amazing.
Hey, can I have those die? Just curious.
Oh, I'm literally rolling on D20.
Oh, okay. That's I know what to use now.
Holy.
You can see all my D4 rolls.
Yeah, you had 2
Oh,
and a
okay. I see
4.
what you're
Okay.
doing.
I'm just doing even or odds.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay, so you see Corvan kind of gets up and starts walking around. And what it is like when you guys are getting your winnings back, he's like going across and just making sure. And so he's writing it down, but just uses his finger and it's still red. And he just writes it down in red that you guys have won.
Interesting.
Now, let's see, we're going to get into you guys fighting. Let's do Vornak and Millie. So, a large plume of fog comes up from the middle, disperses back down, goes across all of the patrons within, and Millie is now showing up right in the middle. Well, not right in the middle, but in the middle circle, off onto the far right side. And as does Vornak, this little ugly-looking goblin who has hand wraps on all of his arms, as well as a very
How green is he?
Oh God.
Why is it gotta be about color for you?
The
God.
colors.
Look, man, as a grayed person who was bullied for being gray all his life, there's a certain stigma about colored people out there. You know what I mean?
Oh gosh. I mean, like I would say, like an evergreen.
Okay.
Yeah, like
It's not too bad.
not as deep as pine needles, but like getting close.
Okay. Noted.
Yeah, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
a very healthy pine needle type of thing, like that,
know.
like kind of.
I don't know
Vibrant.
if he knows about
Oh
health.
yes,
but...
the evergreen goblin, my favorite.
The evergreen goblin. Oh my god! Yeah, he is the evergreen goblin. Well, his nickname is Bloodfist, but like someone just from the back goes Evergreen Goblin, and then that's what's being chanted, and you see Vornak like very annoyed about that. Like he did not want to be known as that. He much rather would have Bloodfist be his saint. Okay.
Love the
So
rewriting
it
of
is
war here.
Millie versus Vornak. So let's see here. We're gonna do first initiative. So Millie, you can roll your initiative.
Wait, the
and
bets.
as will I. Oh, bets. Correct. Sorry.
I'm putting money in this.
Okay. So Vornak goes around once more and he gets to you and he starts off with he can't start off with Millie actually. So he goes to Drat first. What would you like?
No bets this time.
Oh,
Oh.
Mr. Big Spender. Interesting. And he kind of continues on. And he gets over to you and he sticks his nose up and he goes, you poor, what do you want?
Well, I mean, I won some money that last time. I'm just saying I'm not as poor as you think.
Congrats. A
Thank
whole
you,
5
thank you.
more pieces.
Hey, you know what? 5 more pieces of gold, I could do wonders, especially in this economy. All right. And speaking of, that's exactly how much I'm putting in towards that Millie over there. 5 gold. And just drop
put
it.
in. I don't even want to touch 5.
Hey, you know what? This is not how you treat your customers. Value-paying customers, mind you. Here, take it.
I still have your gold. It's still in here.
Temporarily.
I don't care.
Temporarily.
I don't care.
You gotta work on that attitude.
Who was it that you wanted to bet on, though, you little bumbling
Is
moron?
Millie the under or over?
Millie would definitely be the under, because she's never fought before, obviously.
Then the under, Mr. Snippy. Snippy, Mr. Snippy Pants.
Very well.
You guys need some etiquette training at this place.
And he moves over, and now he's to you, Thal. And for you, Mr. Large Red One.
Well, unlike my friend here, I have high hopes for our little friend. 15 on the under.
I heard that.
Interesting, very interesting. Oh, very well. And then he juts off to his little position. All right, so now we will roll initiative, Millie.
Do I add my initiative to it?
Yes, you do.
Okay. 6.
Crisp.
All right.
A crisp.
Vornak is starting it off. So do the let's do the first attack.
No, I don't like that face. I don't like that face you're
What
giving.
you got, Millie?
Oh, I have
Oh,
to roll
no.
as well?
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry,
got to roll
I
your
forgot.
first attack on it.
It's
Okay,
just like
and
a
I add
D20.
my dex, my proficiency, and 1 for aid. Is that correct?
Yes.
22.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. And so what do you want to do? Like, how do you want to come out of this starting?
So you see Millie on her starting platform, and she just has this blue and white polka dot dress and some white high heel shoes with little bows on the top of them, and she just has her big wooden spoon kind of tucked in the side, like in a belt, and so she's just gonna jump off her platform, do a little somersault in the sand, and then as she comes out of the somersault, she's gonna whip out the spoon in like a fluid motion, and then just kind of bop him on the head.
Okay. So as you had jumped down, Vornak had also gotten down just a little bit before you, and he had now like went into the middle, and you saw him kind of like almost take a stance, essentially. So when you went to bop him on the head, it was a very quick tap of the spoon and a quick punch right in your face. Like you had a lot of confidence going into it, but it was just like you're a little shell shocked. That was he rolled a 19, and his additional put him over for you. So now we're gonna roll for the next. That is 1 round to Vornak.
He's not gonna keep rolling 19s though, so 15.
15. Plus 7 for you.
No. 8 plus 7 for a 15.
Ooh.
Oh.
8 on the
Okay.
dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after the first initial punch, you see him kind of like pull his arm back, but then swing his foot around, move back onto it, and it's just like 1 kick to your face, 1 kick to your chest, and then a final move of his foot to smack you across the back of the head. That's now another round for Vornak.
Okay.
Come on.
You're looking a little pressed here.
Okay, this is about to be the natural 20. I'm just building up the drama. It's just for the drama. This is fine. Fine. 19 on the dice for a 26.
Okay.
Ooh.
So after the last kick, it's almost like a reaction from you. You know what? No, you tell me. Tell me what you do for this.
I think that Millie is like pissed.
Okay.
So she's gonna kind of stand up and put her hands on her hips and be like, that was mighty rude, and then she's gonna bop him on the head.
Okay. So for this time, he kind of, after the first initial kick across with his foot, he went into his final stance, and when he was in his final stance, you were kind of to the back of him. And so it's a very easy, quick swipe for you to smack, and like right on the ear, kind of jacking up the equilibrium a little bit, and he kind of stumbles off to the side. So you got 1 on it. So it's 2-1. Vornak up.
Building up for that nat 20. Let's go.
Roll your next.
23.
Okay.
Total.
What do you want to do next? What did you do after?
She's gonna smack him on the other side of the head. So it's like whack, then whack.
Okay.
So 1 with
And
the forehand and 1 with the backhand.
You successfully do. He's adjusting, like trying to like kind of like almost like tap his ear out so that he can hear better. And as he's doing so, it's just 1 more right onto the side of the head, and like he is like visibly kind of moving around, shifting a little bit. You guys are tied. Here.
This is it. The final roll. This
Final
is the final
roll.
roll.
Final roll.
Final roll down. Natural 20.
Oh my
I told you!
Oh,
I'll take a
let's
picture if you don't
go.
Crazy.
It's a natural 20 for a 27.
Oh my god. The build-up was
So-
I'll
real.
take a picture. I'm not touching my
So
I
I
wanna
am
knife.
see it.
giving you full reign to say however you completely annihilate him, because he rolled a natural 1.
No.
So it is a crit, fail to crit
Oh.
win.
What is
So
this
you
storytelling?
You do exactly what you want to say. You
Mortal
could smack
Kombat
him and his whole
style.
body
No, I'm
obliterate.
joking.
I don't care.
For real,
Do whatever you
dude.
want.
I think that after slamming both of his ears, she's gonna take her spoon behind his kneecaps and then swing up to trip him onto his back,
Okay.
and then bop him right on the nose, and then she's gonna stand up and say, "Millie the Spoon Fist, don't forget that name," and then she's just gonna stand up.
Okay, solid. And it is an easy win for Millie. So we're gonna put that one down as a W.
And then as a free action, can I throw a wink at Morna and see if she's paying
100%,
attention? Is she
100%.
watching?
Well,
Is she
actually-
impressed?
Wait.
She's in the victor circle, so she's not here.
Yeah,
so
she's
not
eating
right
soup.
now. So, however, the fog comes up and then comes back out. You are now in a room filled with a lot of other victors, all the victors that you had seen prior, including Ren, sitting over in a table enjoying a nice little soup.
Oh, hey,
Um,
Ren! We
Hey,
made
Millie.
it!
All right. So let's see. Oh, and Morna's on there. Morna's
Oh,
on there
that
too.
picture was garbage. I'm gonna try to.
The goaded Morna.
Yep.
Natural
All right.
20 to a natural 1 is
Yeah,
so
that is
crazy.
so wild. So wild.
I said I was building up for the natural 20. The
Hey,
fact it
you
was
know-
on the last roll is just.
It's beautiful.
It really
So-
was.
That's what happens
All
when
right,
you put it out in the world.
Next up is going to be Zara the Wraith and Dret.
And Drat.
So the fog comes back up.
How much
spurts
did we
out.
win, by the
You
way?
guys see, everybody gets 3 times. So, Drat, you didn't bet.
I get another 15, is that
Zim,
it?
you got another 15, and Thal, you got 45 from that.
Ooh, okay.
So you're sitting at 45
Nice.
there. Everybody else is in the winner circle, and Drat, you are now facing into the ring, sir. And across from you is Zara the Wraith. You kind of see it's a tiefling, so she has horns that are kind of growing out. She's purple, and you see that on both of her arms are tattoos of very large scimitars that are both onto there. And as you kind of see the movement still occurring, you guys kind of see the time goes on. Both of her arms, a manifestation of 2 scimitars come out of both of her arms into her hands. So
As she
yeah.
does that, I run my hand
Mhm.
down. I have a dagger and a sheath, but the dagger itself is still open.
Okay.
So the blade. So I run my hand across the blade, and I'm going to cast, what is it? Shield of Faith on myself, and will that give me an extra +1?
Yep, you can get a +1 on it.
Okay.
All right. So, let's do initiative. Oh, wait, it's Thal and Zim. So, he kind of, Corvin rolls over to Zimmet and is like, you're up a little more.
Hello, my
Congrats.
friend. How are you doing? Funny seeing you here again.
You're an ugly little boy.
Hey, you know what? That's really
What?
mean, all right? That you don't want to say that to your paying customers, okay? And I will have you
don't
know,
care.
I'm very attractive for where I'm from, okay? Minus the
Where are you
gray.
from? Hell?
You know what? I'm trying to be nice here. You know, I feel like
Actually, no. Hell would be better. You're gray. I mean, hell is where black is from. So
You
the
know what?
charcoal is usually where that's from.
yeah, I bet people looking
But,
like you also would say stuff like that, huh? Bet you were bullied as a kid too. With your ugly freaking fingers. Get out of here. And I put 10
I just
in the
killed
thing.
my bullies. Thank you.
I'm sure you did.
Oh, I
So-
thought you were gonna do 5.
I put 10 on Drat.
10 on Drat. Okay. 10 on Drat.
I'm trying to be
he
friends
walks
with this guy.
over to Thal and puts out his thing and says, under, over.
Let's see. Wait, was Drat under? I actually forgot.
Yes,
I'm
Drat
under.
would be the under.
Okay. I'll have to go 20 on the under.
Big spender. Thank you. 20 on Drat. Fantastic. And he just meanders away. So now we're going to get into it. Let's roll initiative, sir.
$13.
Okay, you guys got the same initiative. What's your dex bonus?
+2.
Okay, so she's got you on that. So she will start. She's a +3, so it wasn't even that much more.
Oh.
All right, so let's do combat score for the first attack.
$11.
All right. So as you guys kind of move out into the middle, what do you want to do, Drat? How do you run it? You saw her move out. She's now into the middle, and both of the blades are put up. And you see runes that start to kind of shine along the blades of each. I mean, along the razors of each one.
I send out my hawk, and the hawk starts flying around the circle towards her as I ready my shield and scimitar.
Okay.
Or is it a scimitar? I don't know. What's my weapon? It's
think
a
you're-
rapier, sorry.
Rapier. You're good. Okay. So as you kind of start moving up, you see, it's a pretty quick shot towards it, but it's like a little bit of purple that starts to appear inside of her hand and then gets shot up at the hawk. It does miss, but it's pretty close. However, she is going towards you. As she comes up, she does... Actually, after she shot the Eldritch Blast, she kind of disappeared after the purple went across. And then right in front of you, a little purple mist appeared, and she does 2 quick swipes that do get just behind your shield, unfortunately, across your chest just a little bit. So she takes 1 on it. Literally only by 1. She rolled 12. Like, she got 12 in total, so it was pretty close, actually. So let's go for the next attack.
This is like a back and forth, super close rolls here. Goodness.
17.
Okay. What do you want to do after the first initial attack from that? What are you kind of doing here?
So at this point, I would take some of the blood that was... Oh, I'm holding a sword. I guess I'm going to just push her back with the shield, and if I succeeded, the hawk's going to come over and land on her shoulder.
Okay. So as you push her back a little bit, the hawk does come right at it, and in like quick succession, one blade comes up just to swat the hawk away. And the next one, as you're kind of responding to what just happened, there's a jab that you feel cold come across the side of you. So she took another one. So it's 2-0 right now. So we'll do the next ones.
Dirty 20.
Oh,
all right.
snap!
How do you want to affect on this one?
At this point, I'll I'll fake out a slice with my sword, and instead use the back of my shield hand and push against her and use Shocking Grasp
Shocking grasp. Okay.
to start shocking her.
So, as you're casting Shocking Grasp, and as you kind of feel it kind of coming in, you see that a couple of the runes on the side of the sword kind of flash in a little bit of a response. She gets to re-roll. That was her ability. Didn't do anything. And as she kind of re-rolls, her eyes close, and immediately, though, the electric current from Shocking Grasp hits right into her. And for a split second, all of those that are watching can see that it's like comically her skeleton becomes white and she gets pushed back a couple of feet from Shocking Grasp. You took that one pretty easily. So we are 1-2 now.
So she was shocked and surprised.
Mm-hmm.
10 total.
What do you want to do now? You just Shocking Grasp her. She's on her back, probably a little bit far away.
I'll probably just take a swing with my sword at this point.
Okay. So you hop down off of the platform completely and do one quick swipe towards her. She does roll out of the way, and at the same time does another jab, which you then deflect off with your shield. It was a tie. You guys both rolled the exact same number.
Wow.
So
Okay.
to another
snap.
roll.
10 or 11.
What do you want to do? How do you want to do the next portion?
This time I don't really have anything good, so I'll just bat at her with my shield.
So as you after you've already, you are past the swing with your sword, so you take your shield and you kind of just start running towards her and put all of your force in, and as you go to kind of kick up, she's not there. You're noticing that there was nothing that you went at. And as you kind of start to look around, once you look around, there are 2 blades that are coming right into under your rib cage and pretty much just pushing in. And that's the last thing you feel before you unfortunately die in the middle of the arena. She rolled a nat 20. She rolled a nat 20. I was so sad. I was like, I was amping for it after the even. I was like, ooh, but no, it went bad.
It was really good. It was nice back and forth though.
That was a pretty cool one.
Good.
Okay, so Zim, you lost 10, and Thal, you lost 20.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so next up, the fog comes up into the middle and disperses out. Drat, you are back into your seat, looking around at the rest of the patrons, and you notice that Thal is now no longer there. And Thalrin, you are now sitting, well, now you are standing on the side, looking about. Where's your guys? At a large orc with a broken jaw, and it is instead a welded piece of steel that is put onto his face, with 2 giant tusks that are sticking out, that are full-blown pieces of metal.
Spoon, you might lose. I'm just saying, this guy's kind of scary.
I wonder where he got his name Iron Jaw from. That's so weird. I can't figure it out.
What'd you say, some man?
Nothing. Yes,
All
we're
right.
putting 5 on that guy over there, Iron Jaw.
Yeah, so Corvan starts to go over. He looks at Drat first and says, "For you, sir, would you like to place any bets?"
Let me think for a second.
It's watching real time what his decision is, guys.
Yes, I'll bet, and I'll bet on the under.
All right. So, how much?
50 gold.
50 on Thal or Fireclaw.
Hot dog.
50 on Fireclaw and Zemet.
Yeah, no, that part of me saying I'm putting 5 on Iron Jaw that's canon. I did that.
Okay, you put 5 on Iron Jaw. So 5.
Like
on-
all that
He
that
actually did
conversation,
it!
yeah, that actually happened in real time.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Wow.
So Drat and Zim, you guys are the only 2 that are watching now. All right, so the bets are in. Let's roll for the initiative, sir.
Ducks.
I'll
Come
go
on,
ahead and
let me
stand
use it
next
on
to
Rolls
Zemet
here.
then.
I'm gonna so you
Yep.
can see it in
Thank
the
you.
roll 20. Ooh, a 20.
Ooh.
Nice. You are definitely starting off first. I'll give you that one completely. So, let me get... Where's... Oh, okay. I already had it open. All right. So, let's start off with the first attack.
All right. This one I gotta do with the real one.
I cocked. Hang on.
I feel better. Yeah,
Okay.
better luck
this.
with it. Oh, another 19.
Oh my heavens.
What's your total?
Oh wait, what was it added with? I forgot.
You have
Dex and
+5.
initiative?
That's what I have down at least.
Doesn't
Oh,
he
wait.
get a
Oh,
+2 more
was
for
it
having
+5?
higher initiative?
Yes. Yes, you do. So you get +2
Oh.
on this initial one.
Oh,
Look at Millie
So-
coming in clutch. Or
oh my
Moonshot,
gosh,
same person at this
26.
point.
Holy moly.
You got 26?
26? Dang.
Yeah, I had a 19 with that +5
Ooh.
and 7, or the 2. That's a 7.
Get him!
Okay. So you see Ironjaw across from you.
Nasty.
Steel across his face, and he has a large great hammer that he has within his hands. And he jumps down and starts to kind of meander towards you, but you are definitely moving at a faster pace. What do you want to do as your first attack?
I'll throw a sorcerer burst at him.
Sorcerer's Burst. Okay.
Ooh.
What does that look like? Color. What are we looking
Yeah,
at?
color. What's the color look
Wow.
like?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
He's red. We
Gosh.
talked
Say
about this.
it's merely close to my red of my skin. It's just a deeper tone.
Okay. Am I frozen?
No.
No,
No, I see you perfectly fine moving.
no, but now you're frozen.
Now you're
Wait.
frozen. Yeah.
Now
Now
you're
it's frozen.
Now
He
it's frozen.
Wow.
anticipated it. That was weird.
He called the future. Oh my
He
gosh.
That's how you know it's
predicted it.
all red, guys. He knew ahead of
I
time.
don't know if I want a DM that can see the future. Did he know I was gonna roll a nat 20? I don't know.
It shows DMs, they know all.
This is true.
All right. I'm sorry. What was on? What was going on?
Spoons.
Oh, I had the first attack and it was a sorcerer's
26?
burst. It's a fire attack too.
Okay. It was 26.
So it was yeah.
Okay. So, no, I don't want patch notes. Okay, there we go. That's my notes. All right. So, as you kind of send out your energy from your hand, you guys start to see that it's like a cyclone of fire that starts to emerge from him, and it continues to grow and grow until it's about 7 or 8 feet wide all the way around, and it comes across, and it's like one fall swoop hits Ironjaw, and he is just blown right back, looking pretty charred. So you won that one. So let's roll the next for you, sir.
Do me good.
Come on, dice.
Oh, I don't want to look. Oh,
Oh,
it's a 2. So
Ooh.
wait. So it's a 9.
It's only
9?
a 7 this time.
Oh yeah,
So it's only plus.
the plus 2
because
is
it's a
only
5.
the
Where
first.
the plus 2 was
Yeah.
the first attack. Yeah, I forgot.
Okay.
still doesn't help.
So, you see that right after he's kind of like dusted himself off a little bit, you kind of had that little bit of cocky smirk to you. You hop down, and it's like he starts moving towards you, takes his great hammer, and he slams it down on the ground. And as he does, you see that like a couple of ripples happen, and then something just slams you right into the back of the wall. And so he took that one. So it's 1-1 right now.
All right.
See,
I'm math. I'm
I got my
broken.
pom-poms.
19.
19? Okay. What do you want to do for the next part?
This one I'm gonna actually send out a firebolt to him.
Okay. So you shoot out like a really quick firebolt, and he swings his hammer back onto his shoulder and starts running at you. This one hits him right in the shoulder, and he kind of spins around a little bit, and you see that there's like a very charred spot that's in there. It's almost like to the point where you're starting to see a little bit of muscle and tissue start to appear.
Ooh.
So you took that one. You visibly see though that his veins get thicker, and he starts to kind of not grow so much, but like bane out a little bit. Like he kind of starts to get a little bit beefier than you anticipated. So roll for the next one.
I thought he was already a big fella. Oh my goodness. What's 19 plus 5 again?
24.
24.
Quick math.
All right. And what do you want to do next with it?
Well, since
I'll
I
slaughter
see
you
that, I
that
bring
way.
out my best weapon. I take a shot of chromatic orb fire damage.
Ooh.
Okay. So chromatic orb. So in
It's like
one.
a large orb of energy.
Okay. So you guys see like kind of like what is it, Kamehameha or whatever it is?
The command,
Pretty
man.
much.
Called.
Exactly,
little
dude.
thing.
Kamehameha.
And one move back and then one move forward, and it's like everyone sees there's smoke that occurs, the light's kind of blinding, and as you guys kind of like start to look out to see what's going on, there's a hole about a foot wide in the middle of his chest, and he just drops to the ground.
Oh!
Jaw clanks open, and he falls over. And that was an easy pull for you.
Holy.
Here's the thing, though. You got a 24. He got a 23.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it was that close.
Yeah, and when he loses 2 rounds, he gains a +3 to his bonus. So he was
my gosh.
he was running heavy against you. So you still took.
Yay.
All right,
Dude, a finish with a Kamehameha is nasty, bro.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Oh my heavens.
So, Fireclaw, you
Chunk
appear
out of this
back
guy.
into the winner's circle. Well, actually, you appear in the winner's circle. You see Millie, you see Rin, you see Morna, you see a couple of other people, and then you see the really elegant woman, elven woman, show up into your guys' champion circle, and she starts kind of walking around, and she's like, "Yes, so we will be fighting into the tier 3, and tier 3 is where you are able to team together to fight. So, if the 3 of you and Morna would like to decide if anybody wants to partner together, you may do so now. And I will tell you, I highly recommend doing so." So I'm gonna let you guys talk for a second because I gotta close it.
Okay, hear me out. Millie and Morna. OPT right there.
That's not it.
Well, I
OP.
like the sound of that, but I was thinking that, you and I have a little bit of camaraderie we could partner up too.
That's true.
You're
I
muted.
do like your attack pattern.
Yeah, Sloth, you're still muted.
I just
Oh,
noticed.
You're good.
We didn't even
I
notice
tried to
that
send
either.
I tried to
Oh,
send the
no.
message earlier just to make sure you heard. I don't know if it got through.
I was gonna say. Well, I'm not too familiar with any of you here, so I'm open to anyone.
Well, Morna, maybe it's you'll get a pick. Do you want to have a partner for this next fight? I know you have no shortage of partners, if you get what I'm saying. Mr. Morna.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like,
It's not like you to be so quiet. Are you feeling all
I'm
right?
sorry, I'm in the fog of war a little bit right now. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm completely fine fighting with whoever wants to fight. I'd like to not die, if that's at all applicable to the situation at hand. So, yeah.
Well, here's the thing, though. If I partner with Morna, who's going to start chants for Morna in the crowd? But if she's partnered with someone else, then I can provide that kind of moral support.
You just hear Z-Mat. Morna, Morna, Morna.
okay, well, completely different dimension, but yeah, sure.
I'm breaking dimensions with the chant, man.
Oh my gosh.
He's just thinking it really hard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that is a very interesting proposal you got there. Well, then, if I'm not with Millie, how about you? Well, I was gonna say red one, but both of you guys are red. So, whichever one. I'm
Big
good
red
with
or little
whatever.
red?
He likes the red.
Whipping that
Well,
horse down.
y'all could be team red though if you paired up. Could work with that.
Yeah.
That could be
I-
I
interesting.
think Morna. You know what? We'll have to rely on somebody else to cheer us on. I think we let the boys have their
You know what?
chance. And then we'll show 'em
Us
how
girls
it's done.
gotta
Hey,
stick together.
That's right.
All right, that sounds great.
So she kind of comes in, Nalia comes over and goes, "So have you decided who would be the pairings?"
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be fighting along with Morna, and it looks like Rin and Thalrin are gonna be pairing up. I'm sorry, I don't remember. Did you have a special name you were going by? I totally forgot.
Hope.
Hope Battle Gown.
Yes, with Fireclaw.
I forgot about that.
All right. Okay. So let's see here. Who do we want to pair with who?
I was gonna ask, does the pairing, it has to be just like a duo, right? Or could it have been more?
No, it does. It just has to be a duo. So
Okay.
how I'm going to run this. So Morna's dex is 4, and Millie, what is your high ability?
Dex is +4. Yes.
Okay. So what I will have you do is you are now running at a +8.
Okay.
Ooh.
You're going to be rolling a
She
+8.
still has the
We don't
+1, and so does
do-
Rin.
That is a +1. Okay, so I will give. So each one of you. So each team gets an additional +1. So you got a +9 is what you're running.
Okay. So we're not doing proficiencies. We're just doing combined top skill +1 for 8. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that since it sits like that. And for you guys, what are your guys' highest abilities?
I was +5.
You have a
Correct, you
+5?
have- So you're a +5
So
in
yeah.
total, but you're a +3. That's what it was.
Oh, my highest ability looks like
Not
my
Constitution.
strength.
Your strength. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, it's a 3.
Okay. Okay,
Mine is-
so you're a +3.
My dex is +4.
Okay, so you guys are 7 +1, so you guys are at 8. And so after Nalia kind of looks at both of you, and she kind of just like looks through, you guys like hear from the book. It sounds like the crowd from each one of your battles, like almost like she's watching fighting styles and stuff. Somehow, which is kind of strange. And then she
Yeah,
kind
you
of
better
closes
be
her
taking
book.
some notes because I'll show you how it's done.
Yes. All right. What it is that the two of you, the red ones, you guys will fight the Silver Phantom,
Oh gosh.
and Morna and Little One, you will be fighting Archie McCreary.
Good luck, guys.
Or McCready.
Well, he's about to
McCready,
be
sorry.
sitting on his McCreary. Oh, shoot. That joke's You can't change it. It took me that long to come up with a joke.
That was so good too.
Sorry.
Well, McCready better be McCready or he's going to be in
Well,
trouble.
you know what? Hang on. I do have to
Hey,
check something.
that was good too. That was
We
good
got
too.
there.
On D&D Beyond. Let me check something on D&D Beyond. There's a little lore thing, so I gotta check out the compendium.
Bless you.
I can't believe Thalen and Rin are fighting the Silver Phantom. That's crazy.
Yeah, honestly, I think they're
That's
screwed.
scary.
Like, respectfully, I think you guys
That-
are screwed.
We are.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, like, you guys.
Where has your faith in the dice gone? You
Um,
rolled like 2 19s in that fight.
Not
though.
against
Come
the
on.
Silver Phantom. Oh my
That's
god.
true.
You can't reach your dice.
I mean, even the name alone is pretty intimidating.
Oh.
Kind of great.
I
Silver
mean, I have a
Phantom?
scary name, but that's just crazy.
Right.
Oh, that name just goes way above it.
Isn't your name like your name though?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
It's my heritage.
It's fair. It's
Yeah,
fair.
it is. All right. And so she kind of just snaps her fingers. She disappears. You guys that are still in there, which who's in? So right now, Zeus, so Zemet and Drat are the ones in the, I was going to say congregation, in the grouping, right? In the,
Yeah, we're in the
arena?
audience.
Okay, you guys are in the audience. So Corvan snaps his fingers one more time, and now you see all of the lights go completely dim, and you start to see. Wait, no, that's the wrong thing. We'll just stick with this again. All the lights go completely dim. Everybody gets really nice and silent. The music starts back up for it, and there's a quick flash that's over in the back corner, and you see nothing at first except for 2 small daggers that appear. that are coated completely in silver. And then a single spotlight snaps right onto the moment and the man that you guys had all seen before. He takes a quick bow, and once again, the Silver Phantom is now in the room with everyone. You hear the crowd start freaking out, just screaming about everything that's going on. They're super excited about everything. And on the other side, there's a little puff of smoke, and in pops Morna and Millie, happy and ready to fight their way through
I
whatever
thought we were going
needs to be
against
done.
Archie, though.
Oh, you guys are Archie. My bad.
I was about to say they just got
Oh,
screwed.
that's right. Yeah.
They just got screwed.
Sorry. My brain just completely farted. That's okay. So you guys see on the far side a little bit of red smoke actually appear, and Rin and Thalrin are now there. You guys did you guys want to do any striking of poses or anything like that? Because now you guys look out.
I'll flex a little bit.
Flex a little bit.
Flex a little bit. The guns, you know.
Eating my soup.
You're still sitting down eating soup. Okay.
Yeah, well, so that's
brought
my
the bowl with
plan,
you?
man. It's like in this position, but like the soup's gone.
Okay.
Love it.
And so you see Corvan and starts going around, and he looks at, he gets to Drat first and says, "Would you like to place a wager?"
100 gold on the Silver Phantom.
100 on the Silver Phantom.
I heard that.
Very well, very well. No, I just spelled that like Fanta. I'm so dumb.
It's the Silver Fanta. Tastes like
So
cherry.
Like Pepsi Crystal.
And for you,
Hey, best buddy, how you doing? Well, you know, last round didn't go exactly in my favor, so we're gonna go ahead and put 5 gold pieces on Team Red over there.
oh joy.
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. I got you guys. That's my homie up there.
5
No
on
striking
Red Squad.
poses.
All right, 5 on Red Squad.
What's that like world's strongest competition, but like for the bodybuilders? Like that, you're just doing those kind of
Oh
poses.
yeah, like the ones Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
doing those.
Arnold competitions.
Yeah, just pumping out the chest a little bit more. Ooh.
I didn't even know there were muscles there.
Yeah.
And that's why you
Across the
Red
during
Squad.
all of this, like as you guys are doing all of that, the Silver Phantom has like he's flipping one blade up, catching it by the tip, and like spinning it between his fingers, and then like
Good lord.
he'll like throw it up again, and it'll disappear, and then reappear in the other hand. Like, yeah, it's
Oh, gosh.
it's
You
gonna be
show
fun.
off.
It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I'm gonna pull up his character sheet.
Come on, Team Red, let's go. Bring the blood.
I just
Holy
look over at
moly.
you, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think they're gonna win.
Hey,
They're
Hey,
not
listen,
winning this
listen,
one
Brad.
now.
You gotta have faith in our comrades, okay? We've seen what they could do on the little seed. It's the big boy.
I just
leagues
bet 100 gold against them. I don't have to think they're going to win.
now. Okay, hey, look, that's 100 goals going to me, man. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Okay, so
5 times 3 is 100 since when?
we're n-
Hey,
I'm not
no one
gonna-
says Zmed's good at math.
Quick maths.
So,
Quick maths.
who has the highest dex out of you two?
9
Uh,
plus
+4.
4.
Oh, me by, or no,
Okay.
I'm less. I'm at 3, right? Oh no, you said 5. I think.
Sorry,
No,
mine's at
I
19.
think he's just talking about like regular, like
Like
without,
dexterity.
it's just
Yeah,
your
yeah,
regular.
19.
Oh, my dex.
For your like
Oh yeah, it's him. I'm +1.
it is okay. Then Rin, you're going to roll for the initiative here.
Let's go.
Let's go, Rin. Make your mama proud.
6.
Oh my.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
That's
I
some
was I
words.
let you roll to make you feel good, but yeah, that's not happening.
It's not
um,
even a fighting chance, at least.
Silver Phantom has like
Yeah.
a +7 to his roll.
Oh.
He automatically wins.
It's like, yeah,
Oh.
you needed 20, and that's a little short shy of it, so.
All right. So, it is very obviously the Silver Phantom that starts it. And it's kind of interesting because instead of moving, the kind of just sits on the podium and just kind of looks over to you guys, starts kicking his feet around a little bit. So we'll roll for the first action here.
That's so weird.
So, let's see here. What we'll do is we'll go opposites. So,
Wait,
trying to
like
figure out
alternate?
how I want to. I know. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, that's what I'll do. We'll alternate. So you guys decide who's going to roll first, and then you're adding your proficiency together, which is 9 or +8. Okay, so you're adding that together.
It was.
So whoever wants to roll first, you guys go for it.
I don't know. I don't feel too lucky right now.
Rin,
I don't know if I should roll.
Rin.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Let's go.
All right. So Rin, you want to roll it?
Yep. It was +8, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
15 total.
15 total.
Yeah.
So, how would you guys start this off? What would you guys do here?
I have a spell called Mirror Image, and I want to just like cast it as like an after image of myself.
Okay.
So like,
You know what? I did think of something. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna say you guys have to get. Each one of you guys are gonna fight separate. However,
okay.
Rin, you get 2 knocks, so you get 2 faileds against him, and both of you guys get 2 faileds, and you guys have to get 4 just against him, or 5 just against him, because each one of you guys will be rolling. So that's how we will do this. So, but you guys are both adding your combined modifiers still.
It seems like this is a lot of help here.
This is a lot of
Well, no,
math.
it's just I didn't want to have to do. So it's essentially each one of you are rolling at 8. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Each one of you are rolling at 8
Mhm.
because you guys are working together. But each one of you are rolling separate. So Ren just rolled, and you got what
Okay.
again?
15 total.
15 total. So
15 with you?
Fireclaw, you get to roll yours.
Okay.
That's how we'll do this because I want it to
Oh.
be more than just back and forths.
Mine's a measly 12.
Well, okay.
Oh.
So
27.
Strong start. Strong
Total.
start.
Oh wait, hold on.
Ren,
27
how do
total.
you?
Nice.
Well, 27 total if we did
No,
it together.
no.
Oh, I was going to say, hold on a second.
No, so what it is that it's going to be Ren has an attack and you have an attack
Mhm.
against him.
Okay.
You have to get 5 against him combined.
Oh,
so
yeah, I
each one
didn't
of you
hit
have
it.
to hit twice. He has to hit twice on both of you individually. So Ren, you can do your first attack.
Uh,
I mean, yeah. So what do you want to do for your first attack?
yeah. So what I was saying was I want to use Mirror Image,
Okay.
which I only want to use it kind of for the gimmick of like I create some after images
Okay.
of myself to like try to make some confusion, kind of do like a Naruto style, like we're weaving around like in and out of each other, try to
Yeah.
cause some confusion.
Okay.
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
All right. And then for you, Fireclaw, what are you running?
Mm, I'm gonna get close enough, but not too close. But I will move forward towards him and then charge up a sorceress burst of fire.
Okay. So, after you see the mirror image kind of appear, the Silver Phantom is still kind of sitting. He sees Fireclaw running at him. And so as Fireclaw runs at him, you throw out your burst. It's going straight, and it goes right through him. You then see off to the side a little twinkling of a dagger that appears, and it gets thrown right into the side of your neck. As it punctures, it disappears. So before you can even try to snag at it, it disappears. And for you, Rin, you notice that through your images start to kind of look at you and then start to move towards you. And then both start to take attacks at you. And so you guys are both down. So you as a team are down 1. So across your team, You take 4. You have to do 5 against him. That's how we're gonna do it.
Holy frick!
Holy.
So you guys have 1 loss against you, and he has none still. So roll again. Each of you guys.
Okay.
Good.
A 16 for me.
22.
22.
Ooh.
Gosh, you
Wait,
got way better
a
rolls than
16
me.
total or a 16 plus? something
16
else?
total.
16 total.
Oh, yeah, you
I had
said
an
it's
8 with a
optimistic.
plus 8.
Yeah, mine's a 14 plus 8.
Oh, we got
Okay.
8 good rolls. Let's go.
So Rin, what do you want to do?
Can I don't know. I'm gonna stick with what I have. So can I just assume that I take control over my images again?
Okay. Yeah. The images are again.
Yeah.
That's what you just want to do?
Yeah, and then we take charge.
And then Thal, what did you want to do?
I'll restand my ground, and then I'll charge up a firebolt at him.
Okay. So you shoot a firebolt, and at first when you're doing it, you do see that like the mask has somewhat of a reflection off, so you can kind of just see where the mask sits. And so you shoot one off of it, and it hits another shift. But as it hits that shift, it does bounce. And as something is moving away, which you do notice is a Silver Phantom, the firebolt does hit. And you notice that the Silver Phantom's eyes and his gaze were on the mirror images after they got shifted. So you guys have one against him. You guys have one against him.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Oh no.
Oh no! Why'd you say that?
21.
Hey, the
Good
boy.
One. Okay. Thal, what'd you get?
11.
Oh my goodness.
So you
A
didn't roll a
freaking
natural 1
3.
though, right?
No, it was a 3.
Okay. Sweet mercy.
All right. Here's the thing.
3.
One of you is going to die.
Oh,
Who do you
God.
want to die? Who's gonna get topped out? You know what? I'm
I
actually.
think it
No,
has
this
to
is
be
what it
me.
is. Nope.
I'm
It's gonna be-
failing here in my attacks.
Thalrin, you were the lowest scored, so you're not gonna get to pick. Rin, what do you want to be, even or odds?
I'll be evens.
Boy, my
So-
odds.
I feel like Red's
after the
teamed up.
firebolt, you saw that the firebolt like singed across, and it did make an engrave. And you actually saw that like the engraving that was across the Silver Phantom's breastplate, it did shine for a second. There was a quick flash, and Thalrin, from your perspective, you saw the flash, and then you just woke up in the champion's room.
Whoa.
And Rin, you saw very quickly that after the flash, Thalrin, having that little bit of like warmth come from him, kind of shone a little bit of light beside him. You saw 2 very quick blades go into both sides of his neck, spin, and his head was falling. And then the body dissipates with a red mist. So it is just it is just Rin versus you guys. And this is it. He rolled a natural 20.
Oh.
So what it is
man.
that the natural
Oh.
20 knocks one of you guys out completely, and it only counts as 1 attack though. So you now have 2 that you have 2 to live still, Rin.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
And he
rolls.
he does have 4 though. He does have 4. So
Oh gosh.
yep. And do you want me to use the FU dice or the obsidian dice? You tell me.
The FU dice.
Yeah.
I didn't like that face.
What do you got?
I didn't like that face.
Oh, I did. I think you rolled.
Add your
Rolled an
proficiency
F.
now.
Okay. So, in place of the
So you're at a
Plus
plus 11. No, you're at a plus
Plus
11
11.
now.
25.
Don't do that. 25?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think our
Um,
proficiency is only at plus
Wouldn't
2 right
it just
now.
be plus 10?
Yeah.
He was
Their
8.
proficiency is only plus 2?
Our proficiency is only at plus 2 right now.
Okay, my bad. That was my confusion. So yeah, you're plus 10.
So
Oh,
24.
I see.
So
Sorry, the burden of being the note taker.
Hey, he's almost got to keep track.
what do you want to do, Rin?
Can I, like, as we'll say, immediately after seeing all that happen when he appeared, I'm gonna cast Shatter, almost as instinct, as soon as I can, just kind of like throw my hand out,
Okay.
and see if I can get him before he disappears again.
Okay. So as you do so, you kind of see the shattering effect. It appears as like how do you want it to look? What would you want it to look like?
The way that I kind of envision it is like it's almost like a distortion of reality, like kind of like cracks across space.
Cracks in reality. Okay. So you guys see that like all of these shifts kind of through the air. Almost it's like it feels like lightning, but it almost looks like the breaking of a mirror instead. Shatters all the way across, and as it gets to the point where Silver Phantom is, it does hit him and knock him back. However, you already did see that a blade was leased from his hand, so you guys both get knocked on that one.
Ooh.
So that was a 1 for him and 1 for you. So you have 1 more, and he has
3.
yes 3. Yes, he has 3.
He rolled the same?
It was close enough to where I felt like that's what it should have been.
Okay.
That's what I will say. Yeah. Both of you guys were over 22, so I was like, I'm not gonna count one as higher than the other because you both really rolled really good. So next roll.
Come on, Rin.
29.
29.
Mm.
Whoa, you rolled a 19? What's that?
Dang, my boy.
What do you want to do this time around, Rin?
I think we're gonna go back to we're gonna use mirror images again, except instead of doing like after images, kind of just spread them out. We run in circles, and then we all charge.
Okay. So your mirror images, as he's trying to kind of get his blade back and kind of in response of how the shatter attacked him, he gathers his blade back into his hand, and as he does, he just out of the corner of his eyes sees both versions of your mirror image hit on each side. One punching him just between the thigh piece and his breastplate, and then the other one coming up and hitting him across the neck where another opening was in his armor. You got 1 fully. So it is 1 to 2 here.
Oh, man.
Roll
This is
one more
tense.
time.
This is intense.
Got potential. I will say that. You have potential to win this.
23.
Ooh. Okay.
What do you want to do now?
So we'll say the real one was the one that got him in the neck.
Okay.
And I'm going to unsheath a dagger that was kind of like hiding right here.
Okay.
And go for his ankle.
Okay. And as you do so, you get a very clean cut against his Achilles, and he falls onto his knee kind of in response. And you see him kind of turn, and you can't see his face move, but you very clearly see that he has an intention. And he just quietly says, I hoped you guys were the right one to choose. And then Let's do the final attack. You did take it, so it is 1-1. It is final hits here.
Come on, Rain.
26.
Oh.
How do you want to do it?
This is a little bit of creative liberty with Earth Tremor, but
It's
we're
fine.
going to, so similar to how I debuted my first attack in the first fight, I'm going to slap the ground, but what's going to happen is 4 pillars of earth are going to come out, and they're just going to crush him, crush his head.
Okay. And that's exactly what happens. And as quickly as the fight had begun, it is now ended after
Let's freaking
quite a bit back and forth. So, that did get kind of wild. He was running with +10,
Yeah.
but my last 3 rolls were all under 10. So you were just hitting into the high 20s, and
Dog, you
never
had
even
some
kept +10,
nasty
so that's why.
rolls.
Your rolls did actually help you a stupid amount right there.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Zim, you got this is the higher tier doubles.
Give me some more.
I'm trying to think.
Times 6?
No,
Times
no,
6?
not 6.
No,
Not
just add one more.
Oh, times
4
7.
times.
Yeah.
Right, of
Yeah.
course.
It would be.
Just-
It's 1 to 4 times. So I would say you took it at.
20.
So you got 20 from that.
I'll
Oh,
take
20
that.
gold.
Yeah.
Big.
Oh dang.
Then,
20
Have you seen
um,
20 gold before? Or
That's
just-
the most I've
Drat-
ever had in this
Drat, that was a
session.
loss. That was a loss for you, my guy.
Hot dog.
That's crazy.
So
So that means
Okay.
in the next when they come back to fight, Thal's still with Rain, right? Like he's not eliminated.
So tier 3 is the final.
Mm, for sure.
Tier 3 is the
Oh,
final.
shoot.
Okay. So
Yeah, this is the final. These are the final battles. So
okay.
the last battle, after all the dust settles, the room goes dark once more, and on the far side, there's an individual that appears. He is let's see here.
Is it Iron Jaw? That's who you guys were facing?
No, McRibs. I mean,
Oh,
Good old McRibs.
I will say,
RP3.
it was my bad. It is McCreary. I thought it was something else, and it's not. So your joke still stands, and I'm gonna give you
that is
I'll give you that.
hilarious.
So you're good.
You're giving
It
me
is
inspiration
McCreary.
for that? That's
Nope,
great.
nope. You don't give any inspiration for it.
Quick,
but
say it
yep.
again.
All the
so we can edit
inspiration.
it.
All right, so let me see here.
You get a +2 on your attack rolls.
All right, you guys see him kind of appear over onto the side, and he's in a similar style to Zemet. However, it's more toned back. It's a black kind of puffy shirt that kind of sits. He does have a like a cutlass type of hat, and so not a 3 but the 2, so it's 1 on the top and the bottom. However, out of the side there are 2 corded horns that kind of sit onto the back. But he does not have the skin complexion whatsoever to match a tiefling. That's just sitting possibly in his hat. You don't really know. And halfling, I mean, he's a half elf. She's got the pointed ears, not really the rest of it. And in one arm, you see a long scimitar, and in the other, you see a pistol sitting. That is smoking currently and is red. So let's see here.
Good luck, guys.
We will roll for initiative. Who has the higher dex? Actually, no, you would have the higher dex
Probably.
because Morna is a barb. So.
Can I bet?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Betting. My bad, guys.
I'm just trying to get
so-
some of that dough.
I know that's my bad. I just keep forgetting.
You're good.
So Drat, what do you want to do here, good sir? Corvan comes up to you.
100 gold on the under.
So 100 on. So this is the team.
The ladies.
100 for Eminem.
I love that.
And Zemet, what are we doing? Corvain comes up to you, side eyes again.
Best buddy. I knew you missed me. Hey, I'm gonna put 10 gold on the under this time. Feeling a little cheeky. Let's go, Morna and Millie!
All right. And
The chant just starts. I start to rile up a chant. Eminem. 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 Does it work? I just want to see how effective it is.
there's like people that are kind of confused. They're kind of trying to see what's going on. It doesn't make a lot of sense why they're chanting Eminem. But there's a couple that are in there dispersed.
Hey, you
can
know
tell.
what? I'll take it. I got some of them.
So we're gonna roll the. All right, then I guess I will have to roll. I will roll as what's her name as well. So.
For initiative?
First names.
Yeah. No, you roll as initiative. Yep.
I got a strange question.
Yes.
In the winner's circle, is there like a vision display so we can see the fights in there, or like are we somehow part in the crowd with like a window to see the
Or is
fights?
he back in the audience? Cause
Or
he
are we
lost?
just chilling in the
So
championship room?
you did die in it, so you're actually probably back in. You're back in the audience actually. So if you want to do,
I am.
yeah, if you want to do a bet, you can.
Ooh. Oh, I gotta put
Forgot about
20 on Eminem.
Let's go.
20 on Eminem. Okay.
I love the name especially.
Gotta root for Millie
What
and
was
more.
McCurry's first name?
What was that?
What's McCurry's first name?
Archie.
Oh, Archie. Okay.
Ochi
Mhm.
McCready.
I
Great
was
name.
thinking it also started with an M, and I was
Oh wow, Zebet has
I
new
don't know,
accent
weird.
again.
Yeah, if it was like Marty or
Evolved.
something like that. it'd be
Yeah.
fun.
It's like, who are you?
Okay, so.
Yeah, who are we treating? It's confusing.
See, Matt, where'd you go? I'm right here. Just change the accent for a second.
Okay. So did you roll your initiative already?
I did, but I can re-roll if you want me to.
No. What's your initiative?
7.
A 7.
Yes.
Okay. So he's gonna start off first. And what you see is Archie kind of like take his pistol and he kind of taps it a little bit, and there's this little bit of a red glow that emits from the pistol, and across his chest starts this. You would kind of recognize it, like Thaurin, you're actually seeing it. You would kind of recognize it as Armor of Agathis. However, most of the time that goes as ice across, and this is like magmic, like volcanic almost. It starts to shift across like that.
Hmm.
And all right, so now I gotta roll as okay. We got some stuff going on here. Okay, hang on.
Oh,
I gotta pull up another.
I never saw magma armor back in Luthesia. That's a first for
No,
me.
you definitely did not, honey. No. All right.
They don't
Morna's-
have that.
Morna's strength is a +4. Millie, your thing is a plus what again?
I'm a +4.
You're a
As
+4.
well.
Okay, so 8. So 9 is what your guys' total is.
Yes.
So she's rolling at a 9. You're rolling at a 9.
Yeah.
All right. So we will do that. What color do you want Morna to be? I got blue, red, and then purple. And then I have the
Purple!
FU dice.
I was feeling the purple too. I was like,
Morna,
yeah.
Morna purple. Yeah.
All right, Morna is the purple. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Well, I'd like to say I'm gonna kick things off with a natural 20. Just the way we wrapped up the last round.
Okay.
I don't want to leave the people in suspense for quite so long.
This is wild.
Yeah.
No, because Morna rolled a natural 20.
No
way.
way.
No way.
Yeah. So
love this
McCreary. Wow. McCreary goes down. I'm gonna say he's down to 2 now. Is there like so you guys took together 3 right off of that?
Oh my
Out of 5. that you had to
Goodness
take from him.
sakes.
So it is now 4-2 easily. That's wild. And I'm rolling him at an advantage right now. Like he rolled 2 dice, but you guys both rolled natural 20s. That's
crazy.
so stupid. Okay. Sure.
Wait, what do you do?
So-
Are you hitting him with a spoon?
Yeah, so
Can
Lily,
I-
tell me what you and Morna do. Morna has a great
I would love to be like, Mona,
Morna has a great
just
sword.
toss me at him. And can she just chuck me across the arena?
Yes.
Sure.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh,
And then
okay.
She's gonna just
I will say
forward.
one thing is that he did cast the armor of Agathis.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that whenever it's attacked, it does do damage. So you will take damage just from that. So you guys, it's 3-2. That's what it is. So you guys
Okay.
still took 3 off of him, but he still took 1 off of you because of that.
Did
That
I
was
break
how-
his armor of Agathis? though?
Yes, that is completely gone. It is completely obliterated because
Power
you
of the
took it.
spoon.
So yeah.
I'm not much
So
of a
you-
ranged fighter, so I'm gonna
you
ask
get
Mona to make
chucked
me into the
at
missile.
You get chucked at full blast. And like Archie's face is such a quick response of like, what? Like so confused. You hit him, and as it hits, you take and feel this kind of hot lava kind of onto your skin. But he just gets thrown all the way into the corner, falls off the podium, and hits his head. And he is like just barely getting up, but you're still kind of a little discombobulated some from it too. All right, so we will roll the next. That is crazy. So it is 3-2 right now.
Double nats.
You cinched my dress. I'll shut off real quick.
Love it.
So what did you roll?
Okay. Dirty 20.
Ooh, okay.
Wait,
Dirty
is this-
20?
Yeah. 11.
Okay.
11 plus 9.
After, so you get up and you go and you take like another swipe with your spoon, and you kind of just like, you hit him, but at the same point, it doesn't do as much of effect as the first one did, since you had like your whole body at max velocity against him. He kind of smirks at you a little bit, and you see him pull his pistol. He kind of gets a clear shot towards Morna, and you guys hear the crack. And you guys have heard firearms before. This one, though, when it clicks, there is a audible scream from the firearm. The blast from it is a dark black flame with bits of white that come through it. And the projectile goes in, hits Morna, and puts her onto her back and down. So she is out for the next round, but she is not out of the entire battle. So you guys lost 1, and she loses her turn.
Do they gain
Okay.
one though?
No,
Oh, okay. So this. Okay.
no.
So Morna
it's-
lost one.
Yeah, so he is still at 2. He is at 2. Morna lost 1, so you guys are at 2. So it's 2-2. Morna's out for the next. Roll it up.
This one's for Mona.
Oh, let's go.
Never mind. I take it back.
Wait, no,
that's
not this
be
one.
An optimistic 13.
Optimistic.
With just a side of eyelash fluttering.
Twinkle, twinkle.
So you're kind of angry about the whole situation, and so you do one quick hit. It's in the same spot, and now he's kind of very annoyed at the nuisance that you are. So
Used to it.
how do I do this? He's going to disappear from where you are and appear back against Morna
No.
and look at you, kind of smirk a little bit. You hear something said, It's not in a language that you understand. Does anybody? Oh, somebody might hear it. Thaurin, do you hear Infernal?
No, Primordial.
No. Okay, so no. Oh wait. You would actually hear this then, because I'm thinking it's like it's not. Yeah. Yeah, you would. You would have heard it. So you hear two voices at the exact same time, layered. One a much deeper and darker tone, and the other one a Scottish voice. I'm not doing two voices at once. So you hear, one kill now is definitely something that he will enjoy. And it's just a straight push with the scimitar through her chest. Morna is gone. It's not going to tick any more off. So you're still at 2. So Millie, you still have 2, and he sits at 2. But Morna is completely out of the fight. And so now you have...
You made a mistake, because now I'm pissed off.
So now you have Morna's Morna's bonus, and then you have the +2. So that's what you're sitting at.
So a +11 total?
Yeah, you're at a +11 total.
Thank you.
Nice.
All right.
What's your... Did you choose a religion or a faith?
No?
Okay. Roll your next.
I didn't like that smirk. What's up with these smirks?
29?
29?
Hey.
Okay. What do you want to do on this one?
Dang.
'Cause
Well,
he's now across the arena.
I'm going to use
body is gone.
Step of the Wind, and it's
Okay.
just like a blur of, you catch a little bit of her white pumps, and it's just a blur across the field, and she just, and she's gonna dash right across, and she's gonna try to trip him.
Okay. And so as she does very easily, and he kind of slips and falls, and you see that while he was there, he was trying to reload his gun, and so by tripping him, he was not able to reload his gun.
Good stuff. Good
You're
stuff.
going to take that one. So he's at what? He's at 1, and you're at 2.
So one more,
So
and she's got it.
One more, and she's got it. Yep.
Oh boy.
That 18 was nice. But we
You
can
like
use another
your-
20.
I was
Don't
gonna
piss
say.
Millie off. I
This is
learned this
Ramona.
now. Me and Zemet are chilling. Millie,
We got a nat
Millie,
one.
Millie,
No.
Millie, no.
That's because we weren't chanting Eminem.
That's really unfortunate.
I had to double check that it wasn't
Oh.
a 7, but no, it's definitely a 1.
Okay.
Oh,
So that's an automatic 1 like
Halfling luck.
Oh,
You
I
do have
do
that.
have
Yep.
halfling
So
luck.
you do have halfling luck.
What does that
so you
do?
can run that.
You drat? I get to reroll once.
Ooh.
Oh, thank you, Maven. Okay.
I'll get a 20.
The total is 18.
Ah,
not bad.
20 would have been
7.
cool.
It was a 7 on the dice. Yeah.
Okay. So he takes a quick swipe at you, and it's a gash across your chest. One quick cross there. And what's kind of weird is this stings a little bit more than you thought, and you start to kind of feel this like black ichor kind of like flow down through the veins that were connected through the gash. It's not anything additional, but last one, 1-to-1.
Eminem.
1-to-1.
Eminem.
What you got?
Can't let Mona down.
Come on, Billy.
26.
How do you want to do it?
15.
Let's go.
Yes.
No one disrespects my Mona, and I'm just gonna take the spoon and instead of smacking him with it, just jam it into his chest.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Yeah, you do so.
Wow.
I know.
Can you like hockey reinforce it?
Yeah, so it's a very quick push right in. Yeah, and at that time, You have taken it.
Halfling
A
luck.
simple
Well,
win.
actually, well, yeah.
Yeah, it was. The halfling luck saved you because you were gonna die.
Yeah.
You were gonna die. Yeah.
I was gonna say, doesn't like a nat one? It's like a double.
Well, and that
like a
one was
double-
already a death, and then it was kind of a situation of like, if the person rolled below a 20, then it was also going to be it was. I mean, if
double
they
death.
rolled below a 10, then it was going to be So it
Ooh.
was a little rough.
Woo!
No,
It
lucky
was going to be
there.
a double death. So yep, you saved yourself on that one. So
I had an assist. Shout out.
Shout out, Maven.
Shout out Maven for the
so
assist.
now
XDM
Corvan,
knows.
Corvan is going to start walking around and handing out the returns and everything like that.
My gold.
Everyone that was in the fights prior, after the first initial plume of smoke went up and out for this one, you guys all reappeared back in the Champions Arena, even the ones that lost. So
everyone's in there.
Drat, yes, so everyone is in there right now.
You made it, Zemet.
Oh, I didn't want to come back
Yep,
here.
you see Fireclaw. Yep. So everybody is in there right now. Now just I'm trying to.
How much
change it up
gold did I
'cause
get?
now-
40?
So.
Oh yeah, I
you
forgot the
bet-
multiplier.
So
think I bet
Drat.
10.
Oh my God.
How much did Drat get? Yeah, that's a great question.
He did too much. He did
Drat
way
won
too much.
400.
Oh,
Yeah, he did a whole 100.
Goodness
It was crazy.
sakes.
Zim.
That's why he reminded me about halfling luck. He needed me to win.
Yeah.
Yes, very much.
Oh my
It was all about the gold.
Oh my
Hey, at least he's
god.
got his priorities in check, I guess.
Zemet, you won 40.
I'll take it, honestly.
And Thal, you got 80 off of that.
Awesome.
So I don't know what your total winnings were, but just I hope you guys kept track because that's it.
I'm way above 100 earned.
Okay.
I
It's
have
crazy.
75 in total.
What do I get for winning the fight?
Oh,
I was gonna
yes. So let's see here. So who won? So Hope, Agon, and then Millie, and Thalrin. So you guys all won.
Mhm.
Let's see
And
here.
Mona.
And
You
more.
gotta give Mona
And
her share of the
Mona.
prize.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you guys
Shout out the
won.
best NPC.
I want to come back to her tavern and she be having these huge gold hoop earrings, maybe a nice bracelet.
So if you
Some
were
long
in
nails.
tier 1, then you won 50 for winnings. So
Oh.
So those three 150.
No,
yeah,
we-
they weren't all.
I was
No,
tier
2 of
two.
them were tier 2.
Oh, I thought we all
I
started.
think
Ryan,
I
were you
was
tier
tier
one?
2.
I was tier 1.
So
No,
you got 50 from that.
yes.
We did
got
tier
50.
1 last session. We
Yes.
did tier 2 today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Rin, you got 50 off of that. Then you won. You won on the next one, right? You won for the doubles, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I got the silver. Yeah.
So that was 200. So you have 250 is what you got from that.
cool. I already
Val
recorded.
and Millie, you guys would have won 300 apiece.
Yeah,
Oh
100
wow.
for tier 2.
Holy
and
chowder.
200 for the doubles.
Yes, 200 for the
That's
doubles.
crazy.
Dang.
Yep.
Now we're way above.
And just to put into
Holy-
perspective, like where you guys
That's
were
so
betting
nasty.
at, like this is the winnings after the house has already taken its portion to keep its upkeep. So there is a lot of money being bet in each one of these pots.
Amazing.
Yeah, like tier 1,
should've
I
won
think
more.
it's tier 1. I think I had it set to where it was like usually about like 14 or 15,000 were bet all the way across tier 1. Tier 2 was probably about 20,000. And then tier 3 was where most people put their most money, and that was like usually about 40 or 50,000 was put into those.
Hey.
So yeah, the Moonlit
Can we
Vine's
add
making
the
hand over
gold?
fist.
Mm-hmm.
To our inventory yet, or do we hold off?
Nope. Yeah, you guys can add it now because the Champions Circle, you guys kind of went into it, and it's probably so. Corvan would be coming in and kind of announcing to everybody that everyone won, and kind of walking around and handing out all of his winnings. Tesa, who was the owner kind of gets up and addresses everyone. Let's just see.
Also,
Um,
good rolls, guys. Good rolls.
yeah.
It was close.
Mhm.
So this woman, she has a very deep purple velvet gown that she has on, with a silver vine embroidered that kind of shimmers just a little bit. She also has a silver ring that has an amethyst gemstone on it, and a small scar on the base of her throat that you guys can kind of just see above the line of a necklace that she has on. She speaks very softly, but everyone in the room can hear it all at once. Let me just kind of change up. I guess we'll do that. I'll do that one.
Switch up the vibes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, why is there 2 songs going on? Alright, and then we can kill the arena, because nobody's in the arena anymore. There we go. Okay.
Why do the 2
Um,
songs like mix well?
I don't know. I really don't. It was
It's
actually kind
nice.
of great. So,
That's really nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
she's like in her 40s or so, and she's about 5'6", so she's not super tall or anything like that. So she kind of just walks up onto, there's like a small podium over in the back corner. She's like, "Thank you all for being here. We appreciate your patronage, and we appreciate the arms that you were able to bear for the sake of monetary gain. At any point, you guys are able to leave through the circle over in the corner. And besides that, your winnings should all be doled. So we thank you again." And she walks off. Corvan's probably handing out the last of everybody's winnings. And you guys all do see that there's a bunch of plates of food that have all started to appear, like large feast types of things that you guys are all able to eat and be merry and joyful with, as long as you want. Morna has already taken her seat and grabbed a full rotisserie chicken and is chowing down into that. Silver Phantom sits somewhat near Morna, however, doesn't take off his mask, so he's just kind of still seated there, more so talking and interacting than anything. Archie McCreary, he's kind of over in the corner eating, and the rest of the fighters are all there as well. What would you guys like to do? Do you guys want to dip out? You guys want to mix and mingle? What are you thinking?
Oh, I'm feasting.
Yeah, I'm definitely feasting with Thal there. Hopefully a little bit closer to Morna and Silver Phantom.
Yeah, do they have barbecue sauce? Because I feel like I'd be going heavy on the barbecue sauce.
Probably. It's probably somewhere. Morna probably
And
has
it's like
it.
I brought my own.
Yeah.
And
probably
Mona,
has
pass
it,
the barbecue
honestly.
sauce.
Love it.
But yeah, so you guys are able to kind of do whatever you want to. You see over in the corner, Vornak, the little goblin, is getting into a fight with the drow, back and forth a little bit, but nothing too crazy is occurring from it.
Well, I'd say like while I'm eating, I want to nudge over to the Silver Phantom. Just kind of like, I don't know about like actually elbowing him, but like, gonna give a nudge and be like, "Hey, so what's up with the mask? What's up with the getup? You got an ugly scar under there or something?"
No, my face would make you cry with how beautiful it is. It is a simple thing. Privacy is what I require most, if that's an easy way of stating it.
Yeah, I respect that. I respect it. I mean, if you're saying you're as attractive as you're saying, I mean, you definitely want to keep that under wraps. That's a trump card. I understand. Completely.
Yes. And I will say, whenever your leader, the little one, is done, I would like her to come over. I have something to give her. Your leader.
Leader?
Yes, I imagine.
We don't have any leaders in this group, but yeah, you know what? Millie is she's definitely the talker. I'll tell you that much. But you said you wanted to speak with her. You wanted to talk to her about something?
Yes, I was given something by a patron of the audience that requires it's for your group. I would just rather give it to someone who
I'm gonna
fought a little more valiantly.
butt in,
Yes.
and
one.
I'm just gonna say, excuse me. He and I, we have some business here, so can you go elsewhere? Silver Phantom and I, we need to talk.
Oh! Well. Oh, you're down there. Sorry, I couldn't tell. Sir, Mr. Tomato. Look, buddy. We're having a private conversation here. It's an AB conversation. You can see your way over to the back of the line and wait your turn, buddy. But anyways, you were saying, Silver Phantom. I just wanted to give something to Millie and discuss for the group. Understandable.
I'm gonna punch the back of his knee.
Take 1 point of damage.
Charlie horse real quick.
I would like to.
It's not even physical damage. It's damage to your ego.
I would like to react and kick him.
He dodges it.
No! Hashtag freaking shrimp. All right, look, you guys can talk. I'll let Millie know that you wanted to. And then I try to kick him again as I leave.
As you're walking away, he actually is like, "Oh, well, actually, you little red one, I can hand it to you." And then he hands it off.
What the? He's not even with us.
Excuse me, you're a loser.
I just leave.
Yep, that's what I
just
thought.
leave.
No way.
Unbelievable.
So before I continue, what is it that he hands me?
He hands you an envelope. With it, though, he hands it and he says, I do understand that you came separate. I know that you were one of the 3 that I interacted with. However, this letter is addressed to the 5 of you. It is not just addressed to the 3 of you. It seems that a combination of your skills and expertise has gathered the eye of some higher up individuals within the city limits. And this was the letter I was to give to you on their behalf. And so he hands it off to you guys. Well, to you, Rin.
Yeah.
And he just says, I would suggest not opening this while you are in mixed company.
Open later.
We're not open till Christmas.
So then, as I'm holding it, I say, is this what you were talking about by saying you chose correctly earlier?
I'm sorry,
fighting?
what was that?
Is this what you were referring to when you said that you had chosen correctly while we were fighting? What was that about?
Oh, yes, valid. You, obviously, were the ones that actually made it farthest. And I had hopes. We had kind of somewhat stacked the deck against you all, but through skills of luck, you guys did manage to best the majority of what we had anticipated, so it was a easy testament to see.
What do these people want with us? Should I assume that will be explained in this letter, or?
Well, you see,
what can you tell me?
the people that have addressed you within the letter are, how do I say, royal of a kind. And, with all of the events going on within the city, they find it necessary to have a upgraded detail of security, more so than what the guard can provide at the time.
I see. So they're looking to hire some armed guards. I understand. I see. It was a pleasure speaking with you, Silver Phantom, sir. I have someone that I need to go find. So I will be taking my leave now. A pleasure.
All right, very well. And so he kind of sits, and him and Morna kind of just start a conversation.
Is so Manifest Destiny is that gnome here?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go seek them out.
Okay. As you are kind of just searching the room, I mean, there's quite a few people in here, and it's not a super big room, so it's a little crowded. Does anybody else want to interact with anyone? Check on anything going on?
I want to speak to to that McCreary guy about what he said, and then attack on Morna.
Okay. Yeah, you can go over. He's eating, but you can kind of see that he's a little bit on edge, at least, from what's going on in the area.
Well, I guess I'll begin by saying, pardon me there, sir. I don't mean to stop you from your indulging in the delicious meal they provided us. But I wanted to ask you about what you spoke in your battle today. Wow. What was Morna again? A half-orc?
Yeah, Morna. Yep, half orc.
While finishing off that half-orc,
So you could hear him.
I do.
Well, where on earth did somebody like you find that dialect learned?
Well, it's from my family heritage.
Interesting. Yeah. In certain spurts, there's someone else that likes to talk. So I let him talk and he gives me things, and that's as simple as it can be.
Is that how he helped you get the armor of Agassiz? I see.
Very much so. We had I had a situation at sea many years ago, and something appeared, gave me an offer I couldn't refuse, and so now I listen to where it tells me to go.
It's very interesting. I've never had him give me such an offer, but I've heard through others.
Who do you speak of?
Well, this one's a bit of a long old story. But this spirit haunts me every day of my life. Doesn't quite speak.
Spirit. I wish it was just a spirit. But no. Mine has its own key. They might be a little different. However, they might have... Yours, the spirit, so they were mortal at some point, correct?
Correct.
And they have died, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I wish mine would. And I'm figuring that mine was also whoever gave your little conflict its powers. He has a tendency to do that. However, when you fully submit, he gives you more, but you get less of yourself. And that's where I sit, in a nice little limbo. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody's works, nobody's valid. Everything around here is just wasted space. We're like little playthings on a piece of parchment, just waiting for somebody to pull the parchment and all of us just fall to pieces.
That is
And
quite a way to look at it.
He cracks a very awkward smile, and from it though, there's a shift in his eyes that is deep black. That is a very deep black. And he kind of sniffs the air a little bit, smiles again, and then the smile fades, and looks like you just are back to having the conversation with whatever was before the thing you just talked, or the thing that you just saw.
Wow. I just withdraw from him and tell him, try the rotisserie chicken. It's quite delicious.
Thank you for your insight. And you see him just go back to eating the turkey leg that he was already getting into. Oh, and this is actually a very important detail that I did forget. His hat was off, and the hat did have holes, and there are horns coming out of his head. So yes, so that was another factor. And he is not a tiefling whatsoever. He is a half elf with horns coming out of his head.
Wow.
Yep. So, anybody
Pretty important
else, or
detail, yeah.
Millie would
Anybody
like
else?
to go find Drat if he's around.
Drat, what would you be doing this time?
I'd be just chilling and eating.
Okay.
So
would
Millie's
you have
gonna
already
grab-
went back from the
sorry.
teleporter? Or would you have stayed? This was like the champion's room where the feast was and stuff. So would you have stayed there, or would you have went back through the teleporter?
Are you asking me? So I would have
No, I was
to.
talking to Drat.
Okay.
Wait, I didn't win anything, so I'm not allowed to, or I'm not here.
No, so
Where-
everybody got pulled in that had ever fought.
Okay.
That was what I had said. So everybody that had ever fought, so like that's how Zim's there.
Yep.
Was
Yeah,
there.
so you're in there, and they have that whole thing there.
He's a loser, but he's
So
there.
I think
Be
So
chilling
Loser
at
of the
one of the tables eating.
Okay, works. Then yeah, so Millie, you just find him sitting at a
Millie's
table.
gonna load up a plate with some chicken, maybe some cornbread, and extra barbecue sauce, and then she's gonna walk over to Drat and well, Drat, I just want to say thank you so much for your help in the fight today. I mean, I wish your battle had gone a little better, but I certainly appreciate all the aid that you gave to me. I think I might not be standing as a champion if it weren't for you.
It was my pleasure.
Well, I don't know how long we're gonna be in the city, but you know, don't be a stranger. I'd like to see you in that hawk of yours around maybe more often.
I look over at Kel. Look back at you. We'll probably see you around.
Billy's gonna break a piece of the cornbread off and like hold it out toward Kel.
Kel eats some of it.
All right, well, I just wanted to show my appreciation, so I'll leave you to it. Enjoy the meal.
Thank you for winning your fight. You won me a lot of money.
Well, that's good. I guess we both came out winners in a way then. The Met, on the other hand, you know what? I better go check on him.
Have fun.
And just gonna walk.
Okay. Then we'll throw back over to you, Rin. You were going over to interact with Manifest, right?
Yes. So I walk up to the other gnome. I go.
Yep.
And so Rin's sister is deaf. We'll say that, like, I don't know if this is her or not, but we'll just say for simplicity, where anytime I speak with her, like, I'm doing sign language.
Okay.
So I don't actually, like, I'm not actually speaking these words. So I walk up and I just kind of give it a quick tap and I start signing, saying, like, is that you, Manifest? just to it's like, and if they speak to me, I'll probably know it's not her.
So it is a quick, like, look to you, and then there is, you see both of her hands appear, and she does start to sign. What she signs back, though, is, yes, my name is Manifest. What is yours?
Do you not recognize me? Do you not know who I am?
You are from my tribe? Or at
It's-
least from where I'm at. I don't recognize you directly.
It's me, Rin, your twin brother.
And like, she is like, she's staring at you with intent. Like, she is confused because yes, you are very similar in every single aspect down to the eye color. And she just, again, she says, if we were siblings, it's not in my head anymore.
What did they do to you?
She says she doesn't remember the process, but she just remembers that she woke up on a beach just outside of Sherstow. And when she looked up, she felt like the reality was bending in front of her.
I don't understand. That's the first thing you remember. How did you get here? How did you wind up here fighting? Why are you fighting?
She says, I found Kate. She starts signing a name, and you get HA out of it. And then she says, the Silver Phantom. He found me on shore, traveling. And after he helped me up, I went to the city and was able to clean myself up, and I have been working with him since.
I'm gonna grab her, take her by the hand, and I'm gonna walk back to the Silver Phantom, and I'm gonna kick him, and I'll be like, "You filthy liar! You told me you did not know who this was when we first met. Why did you lie to me? She told me just now that she's been working with you, and you tell me you haven't met her before. Why did you lie to me?"
Well, it's simple. You asked if I had met anyone named Manifest who looked like you, and I didn't. I met Destiny, and she looked like you. It's as plain as it can be. I mean, I see a resemblance, but not to be that way. But I haven't seen many red gnomes. I figured that you might all look very similar. I mean, there's the little one, the little one, the other one you said, the Thorin. He was a forest one. I swear, I have seen a twin of the forest one as well. And at that point, I'm thinking I have seen two gnomes close up and interacted with them. And in each circumstance, they both look the identity to the exact same ones that I've seen of others. So I'm just like, I mean, based by deduction, I don't leave much past the kingdom of Sherstow. I don't go traveling much. I hit the sea occasionally, but you don't see many gnomes. I mean, obviously, they can't even look over side of the boat, so it's like you don't even know if they're walking.
Okay, first of all, that's a little problematic. We're gonna have to revisit that. Second, I need you to fill me in. I need you to tell me what you two have been up to leading up to now. I need to know what has happened. She doesn't remember who I am. She doesn't know where she came from. All she remembers is waking up, meeting you, coming here. I need to know.
Well, I mean, she's been inside of the kingdom and within the citadel for, I would give it about 4 or 5 months, maybe. Prior to that, I mean, I found her on the shore. I was just walking amongst myself and, skipping some stones as people do, and I mean, a little red gnome laying on the ground was a little strange. So when I tried to speak with her, I mean, I was grown up knowing many different languages, and I knew how to do signage to her. So we did so. She was able to speak, well, to me through her hands and things. And so now I've spoken to her a couple of times with it, and I don't know a lot. So I got bits and pieces of what she was saying. She didn't remember. Her name was Destiny, and she looked like she needed somewhere to stay. And if we are to be the royal family, I think it's ridiculous when we don't have charity as our first forefront. So we brought her in, and we just gave her a place to stay. She fights occasionally when she wants to. Other times she doesn't want to. She wanted to be at this one. I don't know why. She just said she did.
And you don't know anything about how she got there or the people that took her?
No, she was laying on the ground, and I don't even know how she got there. Like, she wasn't in the water. She was past. She was on the shoreline, but she was like, it's not like she washed up. She just was on the shoreline.
Can you take me there? I want to see where you found her.
I mean, yes, I can. I mean, I can't right now. We're in the middle of the ceremonies, and I can't leave for anything because of the celebration.
Well, I'll be waiting, but I'm holding you to it. I need to know.
All right, very well. And Morna looks around and is like,
You got some weird friends there, Mr. Phantom.
and he's like, I do say so now. Yes, unfortunately. And I mean, I don't know what you want to do. Do you want to stay around there, or what do you want to do at that point? I mean, she's very, she's on the verge of, kind of fearful, because she also didn't understand any of what was being stated through that whole conversation, unless you were signing it to her.
I think I'll say just kind of out of habit, from seeing her.
Okay.
And having just been signing without realizing it, I was signing the whole conversation.
Okay. She's gonna look to the Silver Phantom, and she's gonna sign, and she says, "Leave, please." And so the Silver Phantom gets up and is like, "All right, I'm gonna be on my way. Just take a look at the letter at some point, and I shall see you at another time, preferably after the celebration has concluded. You can find me mostly at this place." And then he walks off, and Manifest, who is now known as Manifest, follows behind.
Follows behind the Silver Phantom.
Yep, follows behind the Silver Phantom. And they go to the teleportation circle, and it's gone.
Okay.
So yeah. Zeus, where's the Met?
Yo.
Since you've been in this room, you've had a headache that's like kind of been growing, and like it's kind of like a hot feeling in the back of your head. You don't really know what it is. You've never really felt it before, but yeah, you just kind of have that like kind of had a weird headache in your head. Just wanted to let you know that.
Is there, like, because I was about to leave, but noticing the headache, is it radiating from any, like, in terms of like the source coming from any specific part of the room or person as I walk towards the teleporter?
It's not really going away or anything. You just feel the headache continue.
Is the ship wheel change? Like, I'll take a look at it. Is it changing in color or even temperature?
I'd say it's got a little bit of a red glow to it.
I'm gonna walk again before leaving through the teleport. I'm gonna walk around the room and see if it glows any brighter, going anywhere towards any person.
Still walking around the room, you don't notice it's glowing any brighter or anything like that. Like it doesn't have a homing to it.
Mm-hmm.
You just notice that it stayed kind of the same red. Make a perception check.
Okie dokie. All right. That's why you got them dice ready. It's a 10.
Yeah, you don't really notice anything too crazy.
Okay.
All right.
I'll just leave then. Honestly, at that point, I'll just leave through the teleporter.
Okay, that works. And the rest of you guys just want to like finish off your feast and then hop through the teleporter?
I'll eventually go up to Rin, congratulate him on getting that win against that quite heavy set fighter.
Yeah,
I'll say.
Yeah, thank you. It was can't say it was easy.
Well, it was an honor battling beside you.
That's right. Likewise.
As he says that, I guess I head towards the teleporter myself.
Okay, cool. As you guys, does anybody else want to stay, or is everybody going to the teleporter?
I was gonna ask, does Millie notice with Rin's conversation with his sister and the Silver Phantom? I mean, he is doing sign language the whole time. Does she pick up that they're having a pretty intense conversation, like from across the room?
I mean, you can definitely pick up that there's based on facial expressions, there's something there. Like, I mean, I guess you can give me an insight check, but like it catches your eye at least.
12.
Yeah, it's not heated, but you can tell there's apprehension behind the female gnome that he was talking to, and then there is confusion on Rin's side.
Okay.
So yeah. All right. With that, anybody else have anything that they want to do in the champion circle? Nope, we're all solid. Cool. So you guys all go through the teleportation circle. As you guys camp out, you start to meander your ways back on through the Moonlit Vine. There we go, Moonlit Vine. And as you do so, the half-orc that was up at the bar, like the bartender, as he's seen each of you guys kind of trickle through, he's given you guys all keys, because he said, so the Silver Phantom, he put you guys up for the night. So his keys, everybody gets their own, each one for you. He just said it was part of his invitation to everything. So you guys can stay here, or you guys can go somewhere else, I guess. But it's you just show the key, and then you step back on the teleportation circle that you came back here with, and then it will send you where it needs to be. So yeah.
Fancy.
All right. And then he
Very.
just goes back to me and like walking around at the bar, doing some stuff, cleaning some dishes and things. Most of the bar is cleaned out. Like you can tell as people were leaving, the audience left pretty quick, and then as the remainders of the champions started leaving, that they did as well.
I turned to the group and I said, I need to meet you all in my room as soon as you can.
I'm just gonna remain quiet and just see where the rest of the group goes.
I don't know how to get to your room without your key.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'll say
Lead
so.
the
Like
way.
I'll say you say that, and then
You
you
just gotta
clip
run down
through,
the hall and then knock.
and then everyone was kind of confused, and then you snapped back, and we are like, "Hey, where was everybody?" And they were like, "Well, we can't go without your key." And you're like, "Okay." And so then you guys get all on the teleporter, and then you use the key, and then it's all now in Ren's room. So there you go.
Perfect.
We did it.
So that's when I'm holding the envelope and I said, so Silver Phantom gave me this, said it's addressed to all of us. I haven't read the contents of it yet, but I feel as though this is a safe place to do so.
Oh, this is a nice room. I like it in here. This is very comfortable. Can I go
Is
and
this
sit
silk
on the bed?
sheets?
Can I go test the bed?
And just watch her and she's... Yeah.
Sorry. Billy would be really excited to check out how comfortable the bed is.
And so as I'm watching, I'm still kind of like fumbling the letter out. And
Yeah.
I don't know what it says. You go ahead.
Okay. Let me just.
I just
see.
coughed. Billy, there's a letter.
Oh, sorry. I was distracted. The bed's pretty nice. It's a little firm for my preference, but it's not bad.
Is the room like? Is this like a normal room, or is it like changed to fit a comfortable size for the gnome? Because I need to know if my
They're
head's
all
touching
kind
the
of.
ceiling. or
They're
not.
all like. They're all the
Am I like
standard
this?
sizes.
Yeah.
This bed
okay.
is huge.
Yeah, they
Oh,
are
so
all
I
the
need-
standard sizes.
So I need a step ladder to get in.
Yep.
It comes with the room.
Um,
Actually, it's in the closet.
Yep. That's exactly what it says. Yep. Okay, so it says, let's see here. So after you open up the letter, you see that it was sealed with a crest of the House of Sherstow, and you see a crowned stag upon a field of silver and blue. And it reads, "To the esteemed protectors, warriors, and adventurers of proven worth. Ugh. In light of the forthcoming 40th anniversary celebration of His Majesty's reign, the Crown of Sherstow formally requests the immediate enlistment of a security detail of 5 capable individuals to serve directly under the banner of the Royal Guard, providing protection to the royal family during the festivities and thereafter, with guests of high station, foreign dignitaries, and common folk all gathering within the walls of Malmedy. The need for vigilant, impartial, and adaptable guardians cannot be overstated. The chosen detail will be granted temporary authority equal to that of the King's own guard, answerable only to His Majesty King Edward Sherstow, the Captain of the Guard, and the Crown Prince Alardric Sherstow. Escort the royal. You are to escort the royal family during public ceremonies and appearances. Ensure the personal safety of the royal children, especially in public gatherings. Investigate and respond immediately to any threats posed with the Citadel or during the festival. Remain within the Citadel overnight in quarters provided to offer immediate response to any emergency. In return for your royal service, the Crown will provide payment befitting the station of personal royal protectors, lodging with the Royal Citadel for a duration of service, access to the Citadel's armory for outfitting and replenishments of arms and equipment, and a royal writ recognizing your service, granting you the favor of the House of Sherstow. The kingdom stands at a delicate precipice, and the safety of the Crown's bloodline is paramount. We entrust this duty only to those unwavering resolve. Should you accept, present this letter at the Citadel gates within the next 3 days, where you will be escorted directly to the Crown Prince for further instructions. By the grace of the Over, in the name of the council above, and under the seal of House of Sherstow, King Edward Sherstow, sovereign of the Sherstow Kingdom, protector of Malmley, and the Lord of the Citadel. Ta-da! That's what it reads. So,
An enticing offer.
Sounds like a
Indeed.
scam to me.
I mean, there's 5 of us in the room. How convenient is that?
Yeah. It's also kind
I'm sorry,
of
Kel.
weird.
6.
It's kind of weird that they can't train their own guards to take care with someone with so much power and wealth and authority. They're having to do these underhanded tactics to recruit skilled mercenaries, if you will, to become their guards. I don't know, that doesn't sound... Something sounds off about this, especially since this is to protect the bloodline.
I don't know. I agree, but Silver Phantom has been working with my sister, and I will do
You have a sister?
whatever I need to
Yeah.
to get her back home.
But how does this equate to you getting her back home? I mean,
And why is your sister working with the Silver Phantom?
and why can't you just take her with you? Like, it's not like she's held captive or something. She's not up for
I-
ransom.
Is she
I
held
wish I
captive or
could.
something?
I don't know. I don't know. She doesn't know. She lost her memories. She doesn't know who I am. She can't remember me. She can't remember where she came from. She just woke up one day here, and she's been working with the Phantom since.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like something that we should totally look into, and something that seems a lot more reasonable to do with or without a reward. This, and I grabbed the letter, this here, something is very fishy about this. Already prepared for the 5 of us. There's no way it could have anticipated the 5 to be ready. And, as I mentioned before, with someone with so much power and wealth, how do they not have someone protecting their family already? How are they not prepared? And what
Well,
is
I
this
mean, I'm
issue
sure
coming
they have their
before?
own protective detail already, but because of the influx of outside foreign dignitaries and the amount of travel into the city, maybe they're just trying to have another layer of protection on top.
Another layer of protection. This king? No. I don't know about you, but... And I slammed, like, the paper, like, onto the bed. I'm not doing this.
It's
See
really
where
not
you're
that
coming from,
dramatic to
Zemet.
slam.
You know what, guys? I'm not doing this, okay?
You know what? I think that's fine. I don't think they'd want to lose her on their team anyway.
Now hold on, Ren. We champions gotta show some grace to these other folk. All right.
Well, you and I, we make sense, but Zeman, I don't know.
I've seen what Z-Man can do, and he's very proficient in. He's very courageous.
Millie, you are not helping, but I appreciate the attempt.
I mean, he can flip that weapon of his pretty nicely.
Oh yeah, and I
I've
grabbed the
I've seen
2
him
parts
do
of the
some good
spear
tricks.
and I put it together. It's like, oh yeah, I have this.
But Ren, I have a question. I understand the situation, what you told us about your sister, and that's obviously something very important. And you know, maybe we can help with that. But how does that relate to this job offer?
Well,
It's a great question, by the way. Great question.
Phantom says that she's been in the castle, and she's been staying there.
What's
You're
the
telling me
Silver
she's the
Phantom's
bloodline.
connection to the castle?
I wish I knew. She was taken from us, and that's all I know. This is the first I've seen her. I don't know if they're the ones that took her. I don't know anything.
Can I just point out that the Silver Phantom is a man who we don't know his real name. We don't even know what he really looks like. And it just so conveniently has something to do with recruiting us to the castle. I don't know. This is smelling stankier than before. This
does
requires a lot more
Sylvanta
investigation.
work for the king, and that's why he was extending the invitation?
Really quick, voices. Didn't I see his face? He took off his mask in that room at the last fight, right? Would he have done that? I feel like that's what he did.
No, he did not.
Okay.
He stuck with the mask on.
Surprise, he was wearing another mask underneath.
I will say
I
something
got you,
because
dude.
you sat right at his desk, right, and literally pulled out a book and started reading in front of him. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
This hype music, although it blends with the regular music, is totally throwing off the vibe a little.
14.
Nice.
Let's see here.
I didn't want to say something earlier because we were getting into the whole Rin's sister deal.
Do this then, I guess. Do this. That's interesting.
I was like, that was not what I was expecting. Going to the bamboo forest there.
Sure, we'll do that. So you guys are quizzical, I guess.
It's a mystery
What did you
that needs to
say?
be solved.
14.
From that, you could tell that there was Kingsguard iconography within his office. That's what I'll say.
Who was the letter signed by?
The letter,
Edward?
yeah, the letter was signed by King Edward. But here's the kind of strange thing is that it wasn't like a full-blown signature for the for King Edward. It was kind of more written out to be legible.
It's just like really scratchy handwriting. So it's about like King Edward.
Is that an E?
It looks elegant, but it's like it's very distinct that it says King Edward. Where it's just like, I don't know. I mean, based on like some signatures, like sometimes people go a little bit crazy with them, but
So many red flags. That's all I'm saying.
But isn't it in your nature to dive after red flags, though?
Not inherently. Usually I got a good
I
feeling.
mean, you
about
have that
something.
thing.
I take it apart for the back.
Here's what I'm thinking.
But there's none of this going that way.
We have a lot of questions, but maybe we take this job as a way to just get more information. But we assume going into it that there's something underhand going on, so
There's
we're ready.
There's already
At any
something
time.
underhanded. Why don't we do any investigation outside of this first? You know, we could do more trying to look into said tavern, into the sports, this festival of massacre and fighting that seems to be very connected to the royal capital, to the royal family. And
Look, I agree. It says we have 3 days to make a choice. I think let's do some outside work, gather some information, see what we can do. We make our decision. To be honest, I think I've already made mine. I'm gonna do what I can to stay here for as long as I can and figure out what happened to my sister. But what you guys decide to do, that is your decision to make.
hey, you know where I stand. I will assist. You know, we're all comrades in arms. We went through a crazy little tournament here. And despite you kicking me in the back of the knee, I just think you're a cool dude, all right? But nevertheless, I'm not sold on this army, this bodyguard assignment, let alone in any inclination to want to do it at all.
Zidman, I have to ask, do you have some prior distaste for the royal family?
I wouldn't say
You seem to come into this really strong considering the situation.
Look, the king, as mighty as he is nothing but a lying coward. So it wouldn't surprise me if there were more like him in his service. I've pointed out the flaws in this arrangement as is. I wouldn't say that it's the family that's the issue, but the king isn't all sunshine and rainbows.
Zeta, what is your relationship to the king and the kingdom?
I'm not exactly too fond of this kingdom. I'll just say that much. I'm not exactly fond of a lot of things. With the king, it's a little complicated. But to say the least...
He's secretly your father, isn't he? That's usually what complicated means.
I mean,
Oh no.
maybe he is. I don't know
He
who my
hurt
father
you,
is.
didn't he?
I don't
He
Oh,
hurt
he
you.
broke up with you. It was like a bad relationship.
Look, no, I mean, I don't know who
Were
my
you just
father
done to
is,
the
all right?
side? Is that what it was?
Probably. I mean, I don't know if he's old enough to be my father, but, I mean, look at me. Not many people
Would want to claim that.
look like this in this kingdom, alright, is what I was going for.
I will say you are one of the first that I've seen of your kind,
Yeah.
but I never discriminate to anyone.
Yeah, see, you're one of the rare few. I've mentioned before my disdain for people other than me. I'll just say that much. As I mentioned, growing up, these eyes, this skin, this look, it doesn't exactly bode familiarity and comfort to some. A demon, a bastard, mistake, whatever you want to call, I've been named it. I doubt this king would look at me any different.
You know, you and my kind are somewhat in the same boat there. Most of my people, they feel that same way. But as most of you may know, most Draconics, they have a quite pride of being Draconic. They look down upon everyone else. Me, I've settled away from that past. I not shunned myself, but I've tried to escape it.
Well, I've run most of my life, and I'm tired of running, which is why I'm here, to try not to anymore. Well, I'll let you guys do it.
If you're not ready to tell us what happened that you called the king what was it, a lying coward, you're welcome to tell us, but if you're not ready to, maybe we just take some time to get more information and see where that leads us.
If your goal is not to run, then why are you running from the king from this letter?
I'm not running
This would
from...
be the perfect chance to figure out more about yourself.
I'm not running from the king or the letter. Like I mentioned, I was simply stating the suspiciousness of this offer. And I am in no inclination to assist the king in any capacity whatsoever. Where would I be going? Like I said, I would much rather investigate the situation with Rin's sister outside of the royal castle. Otherwise, there's plenty of life out there for me to journey to. But I'm not running. I'm definitely not running anymore.
All right. And with that, I think we're gonna end the session there.
It's a pretty good ending.
I think it's a good spot to end. Thank you all for tuning in to this next episode of Allandia. And we will see you in the next one. Adios.
Bye bye.
Bye.